Remember to turn off the power at the breaker before starting. Hi guys, another video here, how to add another electrical outlet. When we got this camper, we realized that the location of the outlets here are really inadequate. They get in the way of the door. Here, I'll show you what I'm saying right here. Basically, this is the outlet. Here's the door. So you have all your cords hanging over here, and it's really not in a good spot, as you can tell. So what I'm gonna do is move, or actually keep this outlet here, but add another one over on this side, back in this back corner here. So you can then run all of your outlets up over to here and not have all the cords back here, not in your way, and just have simple cords out over this way. So that's the gist. The first step is taking off the side panel. You'll see the screws on each side, just simply undo those. Okay, so I've removed all the screws, and then you can remove the panel. As you can see, with this side it's a little different than the other side. I extended this further back to make my cabinet deeper, but you can't do it on this side due to this. But I'll show you the other side here in a second. Also, if you notice, there's fill of foam in those holes. Those holes were completely open through the outside. So I filled those up, and then also you can see some light coming through there, so I'm gonna work on that as well to seal those gaps up too. The next step is gonna be unscrewing your electrical outlet. So unscrew the two screws that hold the electrical outlet in here. So this is the other side, my cabinet, and I can show you here. I've opened up the door, and then inside I've moved the back of the cabinet over probably about 6 or 7 inches. So now you're going to want to take your flathead screwdriver, put it in the corner, push, and then pop that outlet cover off. These two screws you unscrew, and the outlet will fall out. All right, so now I have the outlet unscrewed. You can just push it back through here, bring it around, and you can see it comes from here, back to there, back over to here. So what I'm gonna do is just open this up. There's these little flanges here you gotta push in. Each one of these in the corner, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yours may be a little different, but that will open this cover up. And what I'm gonna do is attach a wire from here, run it back from here, going through this hole, back over here to the new outlet location. I'll show you that next. All right, as you can tell, there's a lot of gappage there. That's gonna be letting in a lot of cold air, warm air, moisture, wherever you're at. No bueno. So what I'm gonna do is just take fill of foam and do a light little coating to fill up those gaps. During a project, whenever you open a wall, you never know what you're gonna find, so you might as well fix it while you have it open. All right, got it fill of foamed. It's not the best. Unfortunately, my tip broke and decided to shoot it everywhere, so I'm gonna let that dry and clean that up after it dries off with a razor knife. So now, while that's going on, I'm gonna start working on putting the next outlet in. All right, so I got my board back up. Probably gonna put my outlet like right around here. So you can measure that out with your actual outlet by taking it out of the box and putting it up there and tracing it out, and then you'll know your size. I got these online at RV Designer. They're enclosed. They're different than a house outlet where the wires, terminals are exposed. This is completely internal. Just open it for you. Sorry. So inside here you can see everything. The wire comes in here. You just basically push the wires down onto these terminals. No need for stripping. The colors are right here. You match black with black, white with white. And then in the middle here for the copper wire. That's basically it. All right, I'm gonna get started. All right, I got the outlet traced out. Now I'm gonna cut it out using this guy. Always a good tool to have. I'll let you know the next step. All right, so you strip back your wire, and then you run your wires in here. You don't need to actually cut off the sheathing. And then you see there's going to be prong here on this side, a prong on the other side, and prong in the middle. So this one goes here. It'll be labeled white, black, so you know. It's pretty simple. And then you take a flathead screwdriver and basically push this wire down on each side. So bam, bam, and then in the middle, bam. And that secures the wire in there. That's all you need to do for that. And then you cut off the excess right here. And I'll do the same on the other side. I'll show you when it's done. All right, so I'm gonna try to show you how to do this. So I got one side in already, you can see right here. So basically I take my flathead screwdriver, make sure you guys can see, and then I just push down like that. And then you'll hear it go down, and you see the wire went down. And then I also push down in the middle just to make sure it's snug. Then I'll pull this wire up a little bit here. Take my snips and cut it off as short as I can back towards the prong. This wire right here, or the cover, push down a little bit, and then I'm going to push this on top of this guy just to get it in there. Just an added protection. You don't have to do it if you don't want. So again, this one as close as you can. Get in there. And of course, this one's gonna be a pain in the butt. There we go. So you'll see that's what it's gonna look like. Get this extra sheathing out of here. And just go back and recheck, make sure everything's still pushed down nice and firmly. So that's it for that guy. And then you're going to take your backing. Again, all of them are different. This one right here, it's actually one side's bigger than the other, so you know exactly which way you're doing it. And I had it right the first time. And it just basically pushes down and snaps onto that. That's basically it. So the next step is going to be measuring the length of your cord. I always do the one that's not active first. Place that where it's going to go, and then I'll run this wire over here to that location to see how much I need. Sorry, I had a phone call, don't know where we got cut out, but I ran the wire through this hole, bringing it to this outlet here. I'm trying to pull out as much as I can so I can actually attach this wire inside here coming out the top, and that'll feed the power from this outlet to our new outlet. So this one's a little different. Like I said, you got to push in these four corners. 1, 2, 3, 4. This gray cover comes off, and then this wire is going to go in this way and push down just like the other outlet. I'll show you that next. Now you can see I got all 4 tabs out. And it'll slide, excuse my foot, right off. You can see the old wires, how it was actually put in right there. So I'm basically going to mimic that, but coming from the other way. So I'm going to pull this paper off here, take this one off here, put that wire here, and the other one's going the opposite way. And I haven't turned off the breaker. I've worked with electricity, but turn off the breaker, make sure the power's off before you do this. You don't want to shock yourself. Even if you do, it's not going to kill you unless you got a bad heart. So just turn off the power, it's better. All right, next step. So now you can see the wire going in the exact same way. I'm going to put these sheathings back over and then close her up. So on this one, there's these clips on the side. So since I added a wire, you can see how that one's broken off short for those other two. I have to break this off one so that'll allow that wire to actually get closed properly and sealed. It's pretty easy, just take some pliers and bend it back. Alright, so after this, next important step is test the outlets. So turn on your power, test this outlet here, and then test that one before you do anything else. I have everything's good. So next step is going to be mounting everything back up and closing everything up. So after that, you'll have 2 outlets. That's the final result. So now we have one in the front and one in the back.